now. Oh, thank you. Good morning. Welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living, Eugene. My name is Kathy Day, and I'm a practitioner here at the center, and I will be leading this morning's meditation. It will take approximately 15 minutes, and then our normal service will start at 10:30. So, wherever you are, being in the right here and now, take a deep breath in. Soften your gaze and relax. Feel the flow and the warmth of the light seeping into you, melting down as you relax your head and your face, relaxing as it flows down into your neck and into your shoulders. Let your shoulders fall. You are in a safe place. Take a deep breath in. We are breathing in love. And we are releasing anything unlike love. Let that relaxation fall down into your back and your belly, down into your hips and thighs, through each of your knees, your calves, ankles, and your feet, all the way down to each and every toe. Let it flow down your arms, to your elbows and wrists, all the way down into each and every finger. Imagine you're in a safe, comfortable place, hearing the sounds of nature, remembering your oneness with all creation. There is a never-ending source of well-being flowing to us in every instant. So right here and right now, we decide to open ourselves to the full flow of this well-being in, as, and through us. Through every part and particle of our body, from every atom of creation. This well-being is flowing, always seeking greater expression through each and every one of this world's creations. This love, this flow, this all-rightness. As it is flowing through your body, into and through your body, the old ideas of what and who you are, the old ideas of what is possible for you and what is not, can no longer contain your vibrant life energy. So, like the shell of an egg, as it solidifies around you, when it can no longer contain all that you've grown to be, we break through, we crack the egg, and reveal a brand new perspective of the world around us, and a brand new idea of ourselves that can no longer be contained by the old idea. We allow greater flow of love into our world and into our being. We allow a greater flow of peace into our world, into our being. We allow the wisdom of the ages to be revealed to us and guide us through the events of our life. We allow the flow of goodness, causing us to recognize the beauty that is around us in the flicker of a candle flame, in the growing of a blade of grass, in the trees that are now releasing the leaves that no longer serve them. Easily and effortlessly, they let them fall. And we release all those ideas that no longer serve us and just easily let them fall. And as we release them, they are converted to the mulch that we grow from. It is all in the continuing cycle of life and love expressing in our world. Take a deep breath in. Release. Now imagining you are planting roots, the roots of your tree, planting them deep into the ground, drawing to you all that you require for your greatest expression of life. Whatever ideas, whatever inspiration, whatever people and helpers you require, let them be drawn to you through your roots. The power and the strength and the beauty are you. Stretch your branches to the sky while the sap within you remains in a dormant state during the winter months. It's time to rebuild. It's time to plant the roots deeper so that when spring comes, the full force of growth through every part and particle of your being is ready, willing, and able. We give thanks for the nature, for the lessons of nature, the flowing of water in all its forms, from creeks to rivers to morning mist. Each aspect an expression of life, nourishing the life that is around it. The creatures and critters, great and small, are all provided for easily and effortlessly. And we are provided for. And it only takes the effort that we insist upon. But if we let go of the effort and allow the flow of life to buoy us, to support us, life becomes much easier. And the recognition of our blessings comes full force as we recognize our good around us. There is that within us that is impelled to recognize our good as it shows up in our experience of life. What a blessing it is that there's nothing that we have to do, no place we need to go. We just need to allow. So we open our minds and our hearts to the inspiration and guidance of the universe with our intention to express life more fully, to feel peace more strongly, to feel the possibilities within us for creative expression and growth and learning bubble up from inside. This universe is a joyful place if we allow. Lay down the fear and anxiety and spend your moments focusing on what you would like to experience. Open and know that the universe is working with you, for you, on your behalf. It does this through the beating of your heart, through the operation of your body, through the cooperation of everything in the world around you. Shine the peace that is within you into your world. For the world needs your light. The world needs your wisdom. Yes, yours. The world needs you to recognize your goodness in all its forms as it shows up in your experience of life. We are all continuations of a chain of life through many generations since the dawn of time. Expressing life, seeking and finding our place, being and doing exactly what is ours to be and do, discovering what that is. It's a grand and wonderful adventure. And one best entertained with a smile and excited anticipation of what new good is to be presented to you today. Breathe in love. Breathe out, releasing anything unlike love. Breathe in love. Breathe out any resistance to greater love in your experience of life. Breathe in love. And as you come back into this place, back into this present moment awareness, keep that excited anticipation and open to your best experience of life, starting right here and right now. And so it is. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Radiant and this is
Brian.
And Kathy.
And we are all grateful members of your Joy Note song leading team. If you will rise, if you're able, we'll sing a couple songs. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. All righty, if you'll please turn to your neighbor and greet them.
Good morning. How are you? Good morning again.
All the things. If you're at home watching on the live stream, hi. We welcome you. We hope you'll come and celebrate every Sunday with us. And you can feel free when you're able to come to the center in person. And if you'll return to your seats, we'll sing our second song. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth. And who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth. And who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. I am a blessing to the world. Perfect. And if you have devices out in the crowd, I invite you to silence them now. Or if you're thinking about all the things that are going to happen next week, you could set all that stuff by the door and pick it up later if you need to. And thank you for coming to celebrate and be at our center this Sunday.
Good morning, y'all. How you doing this morning? Great. Awesome. Hello to everyone joining us remotely from home. My name is Danu, and I'm a practitioner here at the center. If you're here for your first time, you can fill out a sheet we have in the lobby, and we will keep you up to date with our email newsletter. We have lots of fun classes, fun events, opportunities to serve always, so please check in about that. And at this center, we know that spiritually empowered people live richer, fuller lives. So we use the principles of science of mind to inspire minds, open hearts, and empower lives. I'm going to share with y'all a piece of our global vision. We envision a world in which resources are valued, cared for, and grown, and where there is generous and continuous sharing of these resources. And I'd like to welcome up our practitioner of the day, Kathy Day. And if you feel called to, you can rise, and we're going to sing another song.
We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one, we are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one.
So right here and right now, I'd like to ask you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable, or have a soft downward gaze. I speak this prayer in first person, and you can accept these words for your own if you like. Right here and right now, I recognize that there is only one life, one power, one presence that is expressing in, as, and through all life, all substance, all form. It is my life. It is the substance of my body. It is my form. And it is always seeking greater expression through me in ways of love and light and power and peace and beauty and joy. So for this morning, I am open and receptive to a greater idea of what and who I am. And I open to the inspiration of this community, of the music, of the speaker, Reverend Linda, that it is all for my good. And I will not leave here without receiving that good. I give thanks for this opportunity for greater growth and love. I give thanks for all the people who came together over the whole 54 or 55 years of this organization so that it could be here in this instant for me, for my greater expression of life. I release this treatment to the law of mind that is activated by my release. And I recognize the power of my word in form this day. And so it is.
Thank you, Kathy. That was beautiful. And now I'm going to share with you our December affirmation. I will read it once aloud, and if you choose, you can repeat it after with me. I live in spirit, and spirit lives in me. The elements of earth, air, fire, and water support me in all aspects of my life, creating good wherever I go. My life is filled with love and grace. And with me if you choose. I live in spirit, and spirit lives in me. The elements of earth, air, fire, and water support me in all aspects of my life, creating good wherever I go. My life is filled with love and grace. And so it is. So throughout this month, we're focusing on a different element each week. So our focus this week is fire, and Reverend Linda will be giving our talk today that is titled Hearts Ablaze. And before her talk, we've got a very special musical guest. She is one of my absolute favorites, Phoebe Bloom.
What's that? Dwayne, what a joy to listen to you. Very, very cool. I love Matt, but it's also really fun to have someone else, and you know, it always is fun to mix things up, and very, very nice. I love to sing about the earth, the forest, especially, is my friend, and people think you're running away when you go to the woods, but for me, it's like my refueling station. So I have a couple of new songs I've written, and they both just have a lot of nature in them. And so I thought, and they're both for friends. So I wrote them both for amazing friends. So I wanted to, Reverend Linda said we're talking about creating kind of your world the way you want it, hearts ablaze. And my friends always help me see what kind of world I should be living in, even if I don't want to hear it sometimes. Open the window, breathe in the sun, feed the fire in your heart. Being brave can be a little bit scary, and you have been brave from the start. You have loved and you have lost, but you won the war. You are the storm and you are the rainbow, such as no one has seen before. Deep in the forest, breathe in the shade. The trees, they beckon to you, saying all is well. You've just got to keep on walking. The trail will lead you through. You have loved and you have lost, but you have won a war. You are the storm and you are the rainbow, such as no one has seen before. Take a moment to look down at your feet where the trillium grows. The tree is a mother and the flower is a child. She whispers, all is well, just keep on blooming. All is well, you just got to keep on growing. Well, you have loved and you have lost, and some loss hurts so bad. As you walk through the trees with a fire in your heart, it gives you all the life you have. You have loved, you have lost, but you have won the war. Well, you are the storm and you are the rainbow, such as no one has seen before. As Has anybody seen you before? Time to open your heart's unlocked door. Thank you.
And now, if you'll just settle in, we'll sing a short song and go into a short meditation following. And you may have a downward gaze or close your eyes after we sing. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am
In this moment, I stop. I let go of everything that it took to bring me here. I let go of everything that is waiting for me later. And I just am here now. I'm not nowhere. I'm now here. And in this moment, I open my mind, I open my heart, and I trust that something enlightening, something uplifting, something soothing, something inspiring becomes my truth today. with gratitude for the good that is unfolding, with gratitude for this day, I let go. I let good be good in me. And so it is. Thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate that very much. Oh, and Phoebe, bless you. Thank you. And you. Hey, cool beans today. Good to see you. Okay, so the Vikings were going to plan an event and they wanted to make sure they had good weather. And someone said, you really need to get Rudolph. Rudolph is the guy who knows. He's the one who can tell us what's going on. Rudolph the Red, he's the guy. And so they called him in and he predicted what would happen, and it was absolutely perfect, and they didn't have a rainy day. And they said, how does he know this thing? Well, Rudolph the Red knows rain, dear. Oh, I know. I had to give you a groaner. So, I wanted to do a little nod towards the holidays, and I thought that would be a fun way for us to start with holiday music. This year is coming to a close. It is like the second Sunday in December. I'm like, yeah. And no matter how hard I'm hitting the brakes, I keep careening down the hill. It's coming faster and faster. Our year has been living out loud. The whole theme for this year was living out loud, being who we came here to be, living from the source of our being, living from the center of our heart, of our passion, of our reality. And we've explored various different aspects of it each month, and gone into it a little deeper all the time. And this month, the final theme for the whole month is Sticking the Landing, which is about gymnastics, not about airplanes. You don't want to stick the landing in an airplane. That would not be a good thing. But when you are doing gymnastics, it's like, you know how beautiful it is when they flip through the air and all the gorgeous things they do, and you're going, oh my God, how do they do that? Well, if they fall flat on their face at the end, it's not going to get them a 10, no matter how good the flip was. We have to stick the landing. We have to come to the end of the year, we have to come to the end of our journeys with a sense of solidity, with a sense of actually standing on solid air. Because that's what faith is. We're standing on solid air. We're trusting that the universe is unfolding in exactly the way it needs to, and we be with that. So I want to explore just a little bit of the basics of the teaching, because it is essential for us to remember. Matter, body, the world of effects, the happiness, the sadness, the anger, the fear, the joy, the sorrow, all of that come into being through our thoughts, through our ideas. They are an emanation of spirit. That which is the undifferentiated stuff of the universe, which is floating around us all the time, is just waiting to solidify and take shape around our thoughts, around our ideas, around our actions, around everything. And so it's about the idea that if I wake up expecting bad, I will basically, as you seek, so shall you find. And if I'm expecting bad things to happen, bad things will happen. If I'm expecting good things to happen, I can find good in whatever happens. And so this is where we are trying to put our ideas together in such a way that what I contemplate, what I think, becomes my experience. Now, many of us were raised in Christian churches of some sort. I bow to my Jewish friends who did not, but in most Christian churches we did the the Lord's Prayer. And it went something like, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. You know, it was not said with a lot of passion. It was not said with a lot of thought. It was something we had memorized and could say exactly. But we didn't have any heart in it. It wasn't a prayer. It wasn't words we were saying with caring and love and compassion. It was something we'd memorized. It had no power. It didn't really do anything other than help us remember the words, which we could just say, 7 years ago, our forefathers brought onto this continent. That's another group of words I had to memorize. But the thing of it is, unless I understand what they mean, unless I feel what they mean, they're just kind of like Charlie Brown's mom. It has no meaning whatsoever. Good job, yes. But everything starts as a wave of energy. It might be flatline energy, which means it's not going to go very far, or it might be soaring energy, which is really going to take it someplace and expand it and grow it. And so the basic thing that Dr. Holmes teaches is that the juice of the energy is activated by passion, by our heart, by how much we feel the thing. If we haven't got any juice in it, it isn't really going to go anywhere. And this month's outlines were done by my friend David Robinson, whom some of you have met. He's the minister up in Olympia, and he's been here for a few of our conferences. And he's brilliant. I will give him that for sure. He's a friend, but he wrote this in the outline, and I really wanted to share it verbatim with you because his words were so solid. It's one thing to intellectually know something, but until it is felt, until it is embodied, until there is emotion, passion, and conviction added, the words and ideas are empty of animating power. Until I really feel it, till I got a gut thing going, it has no juice, it has no power. Ernest refers to the essence of the treatment as being the feeling with which the practitioner has, the feeling which the practitioner has and brings. Feeling can't be taught, it can only be felt. We can talk about it and we can inspire somebody, and once they finally feel it, they get it, but I can't teach it to you without the feeling. Until you get the feeling. Until you go, ah, yeah. Dr. Holmes even says somewhere in the textbook, you pray for what you want, you talk about what you want, you talk about God is all there is, and you are one with God, and this thing that you desire is there for you until there is a place inside you that goes, yes. He literally did that, yes, with the 3 exclamation points after it, in capital letters. But when there's the place inside you that goes, yes, that feels it, that hears it, that knows it, then you've activated the creative power of the universe to do and be what you are seeking. What we are looking at in the world right now is us and them. I'm old, so I think Pink Floyd, us and them, but and Brian could probably come up and sing that for us. But we have convinced ourselves that there's an us and a them. And they have convinced themselves that there is a them and an us. We are all convinced that there are others out there who are different and flawed and evil and don't have our best interest at heart. And there are people out there who think differently than I do, but they're not a them. There's only an us. There's only one. infinite power, infinite source, infinite presence. You can call it God, you can call it the universe, you can call it quantum physics. It all says the same thing. It's all energy vibrating at different levels. That's all we are. Our ideas taking shape. And we come from the same source, but out of the one come the many. And out of the many come the one. There is infinite variety in what we are and who we are. But we're not separate. We had a lovely discussion about this in the Soup for the Soul this last week on compassion. The idea that everybody wants a nice lunch, food to eat. Everybody would like to have a roof over their head. Everybody really, really would like to have a bed to sleep in. They would like to have safety, to know that if anything happened, there were police officers and firemen who might show up and help them. They would like to have income so that they feel comfortable and aren't afraid. So that, I don't think there's anybody on either the us's and them's who doesn't want those things. We all want the same things. It's just we have different attitudes about how to get there. But that doesn't make us different or wrong or flawed. It just makes us look a little, it's kind of like a funhouse mirror. I don't know if any of you are old enough to have been in a funhouse and stood in front of one of those mirrors that shifts everything in all over the place. It's pretty bizarre, but this isn't me, but that's what's reflecting back to me. And so what we want to look at is the idea of allowing that which is sacred, that which is holy, that which is one, to infiltrate the fog of separation that we have created in our minds and in our stories. Because we can look at the news, we can look at the world, and we can say, oh, they, them, that, there. And that is there. But is it real, and does it have power over me right now in this instant? We are one. And if I can see there is only one of us, like I say, God is in a really good disguise today, because I'm having a hard time, seeing the sacred and holiness in that person. And yet, it's still God. It's still the world. It's still my reflection. In your eyes, it's me, I say it. This is the truth of who we are when we stop and we get past the stories we have about us and them. And we need those feelings that we get when we have the us and them feelings. We need to have them, and the feelings that David so eloquently talked about, the feelings is what give us the passion. And we've been taught to be good little boys and girls, and to not get angry, and to not throw things, and to not jump up and down, and to not have temper tantrums. I remember one time I was so exhausted, I had PTSD, and I had to go to this conference, and I was on a plane, and I was walking through to the baggage claim in Las Vegas, which if you've ever done is not a peaceful journey. There are bells ringing and loud music playing, and there was this little kid who had been sitting behind me. They had gotten ahead of me, and he was laying on the floor just screaming, and I said, oh, honey, I just want to lay down there with you on the floor and scream and cry myself. I just can't do this any longer. We have to feel those feelings because they inform us. Our feelings of anger, our feelings of joy, our feelings of sorrow, our feelings of upliftment, all these things inform us. And we have to be willing to feel all of them. And the sad thing is, we quelch the angry feelings, but very often we quelch the happy feelings too. Oh yeah, I'm fine. It's good. It was lovely. It was wonderful. It was fun. Thanks. Let's go get it. We have to feel all the emotions because that's how we learn. That's how we discover what it is we need, what it is we want, and what it is that has come to be learned from. The thing about life we like to paint this picture of, oh, it's all beautiful, it's all wonderful. I found Jesus and now it's all good. It's all, we have this thing of it's all just great. It isn't. It's messy. It's messy as can be. Life includes birth and it includes death. Everything that the chief cause of death is birth. If you have been born, I can guarantee you will die. And everything that you have that is living will die. Some of the sequoia trees are outliving us all and trying to prove us wrong. But by and large, everything that is born dies. And everything that feels good today can feel how good it feels to go out dancing and have a good time, and the next day your whole body aches all over. There's two sides to everything. There is joy and sorrow. There is ups and downs. There is good and quote unquote not so good. I really don't want to call anything bad. It's just doesn't feel as good as I'd like it to feel. But it's not controllable. That's the thing. We cannot. The beauty of growing older, aside from the fact that you get to live longer, is the fact that you begin to realize that all the things I thought I could control, I can't. They can't be controlled. I would love to start teaching little children this from day one. You're not the boss of me. The whole idea is I'm only the boss of me. And sometimes I can't even control her. Sometimes she says things I wish she'd never said. Sometimes she does things I wish she'd never done. And yet, that's the only person I have any say-so over. Nothing out here do I have the power over, but I do have the power to change how I see it. I do have the power to change how I tell a story about it. I do have the power to look through different eyes. I do have the power to ask, I wonder what they meant. Because I'm projecting onto everybody else what I would be thinking if I was doing or saying those things. But that doesn't mean they're thinking or saying those things. They have a completely different life history from me. And they're not motivated by the same things I'm motivated by. If I could just remember to remind Linda that this is just something that's happening. It's Jenna's son Brighton was yesterday at the word group that we did, and he talked about the whole idea of the. Oh, it just went out my head. Thank you. There we go. It was really good. It was wise, and for a 16-year-old boy, it was brilliant. I got so busy trying to explain to you the context that I lost the message, so there we go. So, if we would learn to stop defining ourselves by our old wounds and our old stories and our old fears, and start defining ourselves by our loves and our passions and the things that we want to move towards, and use those things to let us know what it is that is ours to do, by our aliveness, because life isn't happening to us, it's happening through us. Life is unfolding fully and completely in a way that is allowing us to slide into the current and go with it or stay on the side. It's surfing. You can either choose to pick that wave and ride it, or you can let it go and wait for the next one. But the bottom line being, life is always there for us, happening through us and with us, not to us. So when my heart is ablaze with passion, when my heart is ablaze with love, when my heart is ablaze with the good that could be accomplished, that could come from this little thing I'm choosing to do or not do, then I am led in amazing, amazing directions to do amazing and wonderful things. From the Science of Mind on page, if you would like to go home and check it, page 478, paragraph 4. Love is the central flame of the universe. No, the very fire itself. Love is self-givingness through creating, the departing of the divine through the human. Love is the imparting of the divine through the human. God does not love. God is love. And when we love, we are experiencing the nature of God. When we have passion, when we have clarity, when we have vision for the direction we want to go, anything, even that is possible. Infinite possibility. Infinite possibility, but I have to provide the juice. My heart, my gut, my passion is what puts the gas or the electric charge or whatever form of fuel I am using. It puts the power in the prayer. My love, my passion, my vision. I remember one day reciting the Apostles' Creed. I was a good little Presbyterian. But I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, dead, and buried. On the third day, he rose from the dead, came to judge the quick and dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and the life everlasting. And I said all those things, and I said, I don't believe any of this. I'm standing here saying, I believe this, and I don't. And that's when I knew, and I spent 25 years totally and completely churchless, from 18 to 43, never entered, it was church, which of course is now why we call ourselves centers, because we don't want to do the C word. But it's still a C word, so there you go. So, but the bottom line being, I discovered that what I had been studying wasn't what was the truth, wasn't what mattered anyway, what was real. I walked in on the 4th of January into a center in Visalia, California, and I cried the whole time because I went, oh my God, there's people who think the way I do. There's people who believe the way I do. That it's about love, not sin. It's about original blessing, not original badness. We're not broken people trying to redeem ourselves. There's nothing to be saved from except the stories we've been telling ourselves. Who we are emanations of energy and light from the infinite. And who we are is limitless in our potential to do and to be whatever we desire. My license plate frame in California, they give you 7 letters there. So, but it was LMTLSME, limitless me. And I loved that. I loved being able to affirm that. And I want that for everyone here, whether this is your 8,534th day here or your first day here. What I want for all of us is to realize that we have the power. We've always had the power. And the only thing we are controlling with that power is where we direct our lives. And it's never too late. It is never too late. I am never too old to change the direction of my life. I am never too far down a path to turn a corner. I am always where I need to be because it is shaping me into who I'm going to become. We had a young man here named Tiger Singleton years ago who was a drug addict who had done time in prison. And he said, you know, this is not the life my mom would have wished for me, but I had to become an addict and go to prison to discover who it is I really am. And he has spent the rest of his life since he got out of prison helping people find the beauty of their own selves, the power that they have within them. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm 75 years old and still standing up here working full time, because I believe in this teaching so much. I can't let it go. And I love you so much. I want to be here for you to help anyone who needs anything on a path along the way, whether you're 18 or 88, I don't care, or 98. I'm here. And that's what this is about. My passion, I can hold passion until you find your passion. That's what I want you to know. I'm here to help you find your passion again. So my closing question to you is, am I open to life? Or am I trying to do life? Am I open? Or am I doing? And how's that working for you? And I want to remind you all, for those of you who weren't here last week, and those of you who were, thank you. Several people told me they've been doing this. When you wake up in the morning, I want everyone this month to say, something amazingly good is happening to me today. Something amazingly good is happening to me today. And so it is. Okay, I would like to ask the ushers to please come forward, and the song leaders to please come up. It is our opportunity to give and receive, and it looks like we need an usher. Danu, can you, or do we have? Oh, Astrid, yay! Okay, this is our opportunity to do offering. It is where we give and receive. The work that we do, as Kathy mentioned, we're coming up on 55 years in May. The center has been in this community for 55 years in May. And that takes time and money and work, and we love to be able to give and to grow in the community. We're doing a lot of things. The new board, which is chaired by our wonderful Astrid Jenkins, has got some amazing plans and ideas.
Of course.
The main thing is it takes money, just like everything else. You can pay on PayPal or Breeze or text to give. You can scan that little code up there and donate in person, automatically. Those of you at home can do that if you want to give with us. You can also send a check in or any one of a number of other ways. And the main thing is give from a place of love, give from a place of gratitude, give from a place of joy, not of fear or frustration. That's the key element. So if you have a gift today or not, put your hand over your heart, either with the gift or just your hand. I bless this gift,
I bless this gift,
knowing it is the circulation of divine good,
knowing it is the circulation of divine good,
and that it comes back to me,
and it comes back to me,
pressed down,
pressed down,
overflowing,
Overflowing
and multiplied.
multiplied.
And so it is.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it has no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks
Radiant's working on when the whole room does that at the end. And we are grateful because we have the amazing Phoebus Amoebus to do one more song for us.
Linda, that was my best friend's mom coined that when I was a kid.
Oh, well, there we go.
Phoebus amoebus. It's kind of just all, I was just all amoeba-ish. That's hilarious. Plus there's a O in amoeba, which just like Phoebe, so that's cool. Must be Latin, right? This is another one, I will remind you. I mean, that's the name of it. I'm not going to remind you guys about anything unless you need it. A cold dragonfly landed on your finger, seemed to look directly in your eyes. You brought him close to hear his whisper in the sunrise. A heavy-winged moth touched down on your shoulder, shimmering with dust and regret. You tried to shake him off, make him fly away in the sunset. Lest you forget, I will remind you. Blessed are those who stand before and behind you. Lest you forget, I will sing forever words of devotion that we crafted together. Once you were drawn to a bog in the forest, through the trees, the branches, where the sky was still blue. Up to your knees in the oily water, sweating the flies off of you. Beech trees glowed as the dusk rolled in. Bad wings graced your hair. Anchored in memories, there was no place now for you anywhere. But lest you forget, I will remind you. Blessed are those who stand before and behind you. Lest you forget, I will sing forever the words of friendship that we crafted together. Pay attention, sit still. If I'd ever leave you, it would be against my will. Listen closely to the fall. Reinvention for one and all. I will serve you tea in the moonlight. I will hold you when you cry. I will hum the tones of your quiet muse, the dragonfly. Lest you forget, I will remind. Blessed are those who stand before and behind. Blessed am I to sing the you forget, I will remind. Thank you.
I love those songs where you remind us that you are a trained opera singer. Where they come all the way from your toes. It's time for announcements, and I want to announce that we have one last sheet. It is, what do we stand for? This was from our board retreat, and we answered that question at the retreat, but we'd like, if any of you have ideas that aren't listed on there of what we stand for, we would love to have your additions. There's a felt tip pen there. After the gathering, you can go over there and add your own words if you like. Thank you. And the discussion group is today, and there will be the 11:45 to 12:15, and we'll get a chance to talk about today's message. Tuesdays at 10:30 at the Men's Coffee at 5th Street Market, and Thursdays at noon in the Social Hall, Soup for the Soul. And this week I'm doing a gnocchi soup with, we're doing spiritual mind treatment. So we're going to go over the 5 steps of treatment. So if you've had questions about that and you'd like to try some gnocchi soup, show up at noon on Thursday. Grief support group is at 1:30 in the meditation room, same Thursday after the soup group is over. Sad one. This Saturday, we're doing a memorial for our beloved Sandra Green. She developed dementia recently, or some years ago, and her sister came down a few months ago and moved her up to Idaho, and she was doing better and feeling much more loved, and actually died in her sleep comfortably, you know, and we love her, but we're going to be doing a celebration of life. Her kids are coming, her sister's coming down from Idaho, and it will be on StreamYard. Thanks so much, Kathy Kleppinger and Bethel, for being here to take care of that. But that's, and then the following Saturday, is 2 p.m. right, or is it 1 p.m.? It's 2, okay. Dwayne and Kathy will be leading a Taizé gathering, which is a prayerful musical gathering. We have curtains where we will be closing all the windows, and so we can have candlelight in the middle of the afternoon. And hope you will come and join us for that. It's a 1-hour process. The blue bags, we're doing really well with those. That's, if you would like to do some recycling for us, pick up a bag in the office and get a sticker which makes it go to us, and then save it up. And in the newsletter, it lists all the various places where you can drop your bags off, and we get credit for it. Each full bag is $10 for us. So,
Libby, can I just say, doing this, you don't have to wait in line with all the folks who are earning a living doing that. There's a little door that opens with the deal, the sticker. So you just go to the side and it goes right in. It's really quick and such a neat way to every day. I don't know if you have coffee every day, but.
if you have a habit that you're and also the piggy bank project, if you see an empty piggy bank laying around, pick it up, take it home, and bring it back at the end of the month. We've raised enough to get 3 more names on the peace poll, and there is in the newsletter a link where you can go and vote for the language that you want. We've got May Peace Prevail on Earth in English, but we could have it in Spanish or French or German or Russian or Ukrainian or Sanskrit or whatever language you want. So we're asking people to vote on the languages they would like to have on the peace poll. Open your newsletter and scroll down to the place where it says peace poll and click on that button where it says language. Kathy Day has gotten the Share the Warmth going again. We're collecting socks, coats, hats, and gloves, new or gently used, and we've got a pile this high in the office. We're taking them to Whitebird, I believe it is, or?
Some of it's going to Burrito Brigade,
Ah.
some to Whitebird, and some to Catholic Community Services.
Okay, so some of it's going to Burrito Brigade, some of it's going to Whitebird, and some of it's going to Catholic Community Services. We're spreading it out amongst the various people that are helping the unhoused. Game night is this coming Friday, yes.
If you could do a Zoom call, you could do a game night.
And the cookbooks are still available in the bookstore and in the office. And join the book, just wander around the bookstore after the meeting. It's fun. And I think the other is we need volunteers. We love that Nanette has added to help in the sound room, the production room, and I believe that Denise has said maybe Sam might be willing to help with where Liz has been helping at home. So we're working on that, and we can also use greeters. And if you'd just like to volunteer, let me know. One of the things we are going to be doing is having first Saturday workshop days, play shop days, where we just have like an hour to 90-minute little workshop Saturday morning on the first Saturday of the month. And if you would be interested in having a specific subject covered, please reach out and let me know so we can find somebody to do a workshop on that thing. Thank you to Meredith Farrell, Ellen's friend, and to Ellen Gabehart for the beautiful artwork. And Kathy Day, would you come up and let people know about what practitioners do?
See, our practitioners here, we have an amazing group of practitioners here. We can know the truth for you. We can know your infinite possibilities, and this is really comes in handy when you're in a space where you can't realize your way out of a paper bag. So to have someone who has been trained to see and know the truth of you. We offer miracle minutes after the service. I'll be up here. Other practitioners will be at the windows to just get a shift in perspective or being open to a greater good in your experience of life, or also letting go of things as well. We're here to help you. You can put requests in the little genie lamp in the foyer, or you can also send prayer requests online. So if something happens in the middle of your week and you want help, prayer support, this whole team is here for you. So will the practitioners present today please stand up? So I'm Kathy Day. So please see one of us after the service. At my old center, I was like Johnny on the spot to ask for treatment anytime I got a chance. It's a good experience, so that's it.
If everybody would please stand, we're going to
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth,
choose, please repeat after me. God is.
God is.
I am. That's good. And so it is.